deep as you could go without hurting your shoulders. Get this money, baby. Creators. Fuck the fall up. If I go, they got to go. Let 100 shots flow. Get your body on the brick, E-bricks. In the Granite 617, part 1 out of 300. It's a new way of doing things, new way of thinking, new way of all that stuff, constantly evolving. Training really hard. Got a little procedure tomorrow at the hospital, early, no big deal. Ain't gonna stop me from my goals that I've set for myself a while ago, and I'll just never stop, because I never stop till I reach my goals and I move on to the next goals. It's like one fight after another, same thing. You don't think about the next fighter till you finish that fighter, but you have a good idea that you're just going to run through them all. If you don't have confidence in yourself, there's no way of even winning a fight ever. Now I'm going to explain the difference between people who lift weights, training wise. People that lift weights and try to bulk up and get big, unless you're doing Mr. Olympia and you're doing competitions, which is a great thing. There's nothing wrong with bodybuilding. I threw the weights around for years and years and years. Actually, I got too strong, and that was all with no steroids, no nothing. No deadlifting 1,000 pounds. I don't think it was like 6 weeks. 4 to 5 to 6 weeks. I only did deadlifts. I used to do them light just to mess around and the stretch and stuff. They were more like stretches to me with 225 on them, just stretch, 225, 2 plates on each side. But we had 8, 9, 10, 45s on each side. It was 900 plus on there. You couldn't even put no even 10s on there. You might have been able to fit a 5 or a 2.5 or maybe a 10 because they're thinner. But the 5s, these are prism weights, But there was plenty of witnesses there. Steve Hoxie, he was the one I was doing deadlifts with back then. We said, fuck it, let's do some deadlifts. Steve Hoxie, Jimmy Armstrong, all those guys were down the gym that day, I'm pretty sure from what I remember. That was in a pre-release somewhere in 95, so I'm not even, but that's where it happened. You can't, real cannot be denied, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about the camera work, people. I gotta do it myself. I got someone coming down a little bit to do a little bit, because I'm halfway through my fucking training right now. Not even halfway through. So, gotta get this in. It doesn't matter if it's sativa and indicas, because it just helps me. I don't know, it helps me. I'm not saying it helps everybody, it helps me though. I smoke before and after. I don't know. I smoke killer. I don't know. I think I mixed the sativa and indica. Actually, I think I mixed sativa with the indica. because I don't even think it really freaking matters. I like more dominant sativa because it kind of gives you more energy. I don't know how to explain it. It's a weird energy that you can't explain unless you understand it. I would never recommend smoking unless you know what you're doing. I've been smoking since 82, cannabis, so I know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. For me and most people that smoke every day, people that don't smoke grass, I would definitely talk to someone that knows what they're talking about. Right? Absolutely. Don't do it on your own. It really is. Just makes my workouts a lot better. It's good for information. Obviously, I've said that a lot of times, but it's just, I don't know. It makes my training more creative, and I push myself harder sometimes when I have a more open mind and I'm more relaxed and just chill. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I got plenty of energy. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a Zen moment in training. You know what I mean? When you're pouring sweat at the end and you're like, you just got to go one more quadruple set or 5-6 sets and then take a break. You know what I mean? I like to do at least 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 sets in a row and then take a break of different exercises. Now, during the week, I'll go to the gym, do lightweight, a lot of reps, a whole body workout, and then run on the treadmill. But every other day I'll be outside, training in the elements. A lot of calisthenics, a lot of explosive exercises, 50-yard dashes, jumping rope, all that stuff. Shadow boxing with heavy hands, everything. So I'm always ready to dominate. That's the way my mindset is. It's a mindset. It's just whatever makes you feel good in your life, and whatever gets some negative demons out of your mind and your body and the negativeness, get it the fuck out. The best way to get it out is the sweat. I don't care if you go sit in a sauna for an hour and pour sweat. I guess you're gonna get you're gonna come out of there humble. Just like you would coming out of a workout that I do. You'll come out humble. And you'll realize that it's all small shit to a giant. Southwest Quincy Defiant. It really is. And that's the way I've always looked at it. I never looked at big things as a huge thing. The only time I was ever nervous, I think when you're a kid, you get nervous in a fight or whatever. Nervous during little situations where you're young. But once you get to a certain age, 11, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in that realm, you just become a rebel or whatever. Especially with me, I grew up in a single family house with a mother that gave me a lot of love, but I was just an asshole when I seen my aunt and uncle divorce. I already came from a single family, so a single, a mother without a father. I talked to my father here and there, but that's it. He's lucky I talked to him. You know what I mean? I'm glad we could talk. It's pretty good that we could talk. But other than that, training is important, people. Like, you got to train. Even if you don't get it in early in the morning, get in later at night then. Get in whenever you can. I had a lot of work today. I got a lot of work tomorrow. I write a lot. I fucking create. Keep flipping houses. That's the goal from now for the next 2 years. It was my 5-year goal. Like to do it, slowly, not too much. But now I'm just going to friggin' hustle like a motherfucker. And people ain't going to be able to keep up with me because they can't keep up with me. I ran the biggest government jobs in the state. Water tunnels way 500 feet under the ground and miles and miles and miles and miles of mining. So if I could run those jobs, what do you think I could do with flipping houses, huh? How many houses do you think I could flip a year? I could flip a lot of houses. I could put a lot of people to work, and that's what it's all about. And so we got this podcast. I'm going to be covering obscure times, obscure fights. Wednesday, I think the Alaskan, 161, I'm not sure. I think it's at noontime. I'm covering another one coming up really soon too. I'm going to be doing a lot of the ones that are early in the morning, late on Sundays, early in the mornings, early afternoons, during the week. Not some of the prime time ones I'll do when they're I would have did Canelo and thing, but I had some other things on my plate right now. I got a procedure tomorrow, and after that, it's just healing and training and creating content and putting out 2 podcasts a day and content on this channel to motivate people, because motivation is really needed in this country right now and across the world, not just in America, across the world. Motivation is always needed. We're going to keep motivating players.
They said blasphemy, fluffy Mizzo spells catastrophe. Start hating,
this is my music, so you can't take it away.
They're faking phony, and they're way too fucking
copyrighted right here. And I know my producer will say it. I know he will.
Don't be a sow,
because
fucking selfish. I'll crack your fucking head like a fucking shellfish. Uno, dos, strikes.
No contract.
Two little strikes. Jedi master gripes. I'm a Sith. I'm a spit when I spin that fucking hit. Where are you, George Lucas? Love your shit since I was 6. No bullshit. Take your skins, break out the shins. Make those sick ass beats. And turn my mic up so I get these phonies to shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear your shit. Faggot ass bitch. Fucking Izzo, shining, whining and dining. Making mad CDs. Back of my truck lining. $10 a piece. My whole life story. Gotta warn ya, it's fucking gory. Gotta keep it real and never cross over. Fake the menace here. Fucking
That's old school. That might be my intro because I was like off my first album. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I think like when I made those 2 albums from 2006 to 2008, and then from 2010 to 2011 or beginning of 12, right? I was on all those pain meds. I was on all those pain meds. I was on all those breakthrough pain meds. I was on a lot of Xanax. I was prescribed every single one of them. Now, you're not going to get a person that fakes it here. I cannot fake it. I just can't do it. It would not be fair to the listeners. I can't fake it. It would not be fair to the listeners. So I cannot be a phony. I can't fake things. But I'm pouring sweat. It was a good workout. You see the scar. So if I'm it's not that I got scrambled egg brain. I just trying to say it correctly so no one gets offended. That's all, Of course, I don't want to offend nobody. Easy shit, I'm just gonna bring you the best, most realist, brutally honest podcast I could possibly bring. No, I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan. No, because Joe Rogan couldn't walk 5 minutes in my shoes. I guarantee it. But I respect that guy so much because we both had a shitty upbringing. You know what I mean? We both had a shitty upbringing, and we're both savages. He trains like a savage. I train like a savage. I got a procedure tomorrow. I got to deal with tomorrow. At Connie Hospital. I don't let it stop me. I'll never let it stop me. I got some good podcasts coming on this week. I'm going to start covering some obscure fights. People, salute out there. I got a lot of great content coming. This is part 2 of In the Granite 617. It's always going to evolve. I'm learning tech. I'm learning green screens. Here's my green screen, but I got to, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep, undoing it and making wrinkles in it. And I got a lot of other things, nothing like, what I was prescribed 15 plus years. I wouldn't recommend to anybody. Stay safe out there, blessed. Say prayers for everyone that need them. I'm not a sympathy type guy, you know what I mean? Poor me, none of that shit. You ain't gonna get none of that shit, only real, raw, friggin' brutally honest content.